Hello and welcome to your daily mobile gaming sizzle with me, it's Amadio, of course. All we're doing today is talking about Super Mario Run, which launched last week, and it's been very exciting for people who want to play a Mario game on mobile for the first time. It's a Mario game on mobile. The one interesting thing is, as we can see it running there, it's in portrait mode and it's auto run, so he just runs and you can see he automatically vaults over small obstacles and such like. So it's a kind of an interesting kind of evolution of Mario gameplay. And you kind of tap and hold as you'd expect to kind of jump and do bigger jumps and do kind of special moves and that kind of thing. So what's interesting for the mobile game industry is that the game is free to start, as Nintendo like to say. So you download it for free, you get the first 5 levels, and then if you want to unlock the rest of the game, another 6 worlds, you pay $10. So very interestingly, on the App Store, all the reviews are negative, only 1-star reviews, because people are saying, well, I have to pay $10 or whatever the local currency is to unlock this game. Obviously, everyone is now very used to downloading games for free and playing them all for free, even if they have to wait around to collect coins or unlock things in different ways, kind of grind stuff out. This is not a grind game. This is not a free-to-play game. This is not a in-app purchase game. This is a $10 game to unlock the rest of the content, which is how mobile games used to be. It wasn't a very successful model, but anyway, that's what Nintendo has chosen. What's interesting about it, Nintendo seems to be unlikely to make much money off it. So the analyst firms have been basically making up some figures, or they're not. They've been kind of guesstimating. We can say some are better than others at guesstimating. So App Annie, pretty good, been going for a number of years, kind of like the de facto kind of standard when it comes to app intelligence. They reckon there were on day one. They reckon there were about 10 million downloads of the game, and they reckon there's about $4 million of revenue generated. So that's about a 4% conversion rate, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it's it's on day one. Another company, Sensor Tower, who are not quite so respected as App Annie, they reckon only 5 million downloads on day one, but they reckon $5 million of revenue, which would give them a 10% conversion ratio. And I guess the most interesting thing is, while people will be interested in how many downloads the game gets, obviously you can download it for free. And only play the first kind of few levels. But what people are very interested in is the conversion rate. So the conversion rate will be somewhere between kind of 0 and 100 mathematically. Probably I think 10% is probably what people might imagine, because lots of people are going to download it and just go $10. That's too much. But equally, it could be. I don't think it potentially won't be lower than 10%. You kind of think, because lots of Nintendo fans. But it could maybe be as high as if it got up to like 25-30%, I think people would be quite impressed with that. That's the kind of big thing we'll wait and see. The other big issue, of course, is at the moment is Nintendo can only make $10 off each person. So no matter how much they love the game or play the game, it's $10 unlocked. There's no other in-app purchases, no advertising or anything like that. So that's the most money that Nintendo can make out of the game per person at the moment. There may be kind of further packs to be unlocked. But what tends to happen on those is, there would be $10, and the conversion rate per additional packs of content in any digital distribution game, the conversion rate goes down and down and down effectively. So, the big problem for Nintendo, not a big problem, I guess. I guess they care most about the game being a success in terms of critical acclaim. Really, they just can't generate that much money off it. If it downloaded 100 million times. And generated, everyone paid, then they get $1 billion. But even that in a year, there's some games that do more than $1 billion in a year. And I think that anyone thinks Nintendo, the Super Mario Run is going to be downloaded 100 million times. I guess what's interesting is, if you look at how paid Mario games do, the best ones have done about 30 million lifetime sales. Obviously, mobile's a much bigger audience. It's interesting that the figures now for the first 3 days of downloads of Super Mario Run is now 37 million. So that's again from App Annie. So it's looking, in terms of like people who've actually downloaded the game, this kind of is the biggest Super Mario game ever, which is unsurprising because it's free. In terms of will it get 30 million paid purchases? That'll be the big question in the long term. And I guess what's interesting now for Nintendo is kind of what the plans are in terms of new content and pricing as well. So I imagine it'll be $10 all the way through the rest of the year now. Not that the rest of the year is very long, only a week to go, week and a half. But what time will they start kind of going, you can have for $5 or it's a special deal. So all that kind of marketing stuff is interesting. But at the moment, I think if they sell over kind of, if they sell over 20 million units, if 20 million people spend that $10 buying the game, and that will be seen as a success. Just because paid games, 20 million seems to be about the most that anyone's, or no one's ever done 20 million as far as I can see in terms of actual paid games. So that will be interesting to see. So thanks for watching. This is your mobile daily gaming sizzle. Come back tomorrow and see what the sizzle's all about then. Might be about Mario still. Who knows?